jump right into our agenda here today on December 5th. The first thing that we're going to talk about is some updates, things that are happening, going on. There's certainly a lot of excitement, a lot of electricity in the air for Saivian, and we're moving at the speed of light. And then we're going to talk about some of the events on the calendar for December, things that are even underway today. And then we're going to get into some tips on how to get your business started right foundation on the right foot, right track, that will simplify your life, trust me, from getting entangled up into a knot, which happens often for people that start too quickly with no planning and they end up in the ditch. Okay, you want to get your business, running 200 miles an hour, but keep it between the ditches, keep it on the road. Okay, and you can do that with a little vision and just doing things the right way. And that's what 4 is all about, is managing your business well. We're going to give you some tips on some things that will help you stay on track even as you're growing quickly. And then we'll end out today talking about some compliance tips and things that I would ask from you to help us make sure that we keep the company on the right track, marketing wise to the public, and that we're always staying with the code compliance. Okay, so that is the agenda. Let's jump to the updates and reminders. This is the big one. This is an exciting announcement that just went into effect yesterday. So everybody now that's making withdrawals from their e-wallet account are now going to start seeing ACH daily deposits being put into their bank accounts. Okay, so the way it works is that the day you request the amount, and the request time is Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That request button is available. You make your request. The very next day from your request, let's say you request on a Monday, the very next day on a Tuesday, the ACH deposit is made, and it's usually 24 hours till it shows in your account. So by Wednesday, the funds would be in your checking account. So just remember, Monday through Friday. Anything on the weekend, you'll have to wait till Monday, and then you would see those funds on Wednesday. They would deposit Tuesday, you'd see the fund Wednesday. So you need one full business day before the end of the and this is another update, I'm sorry. On the cancellation piece, we've had a few people ask about it this week, and I'm going to touch on it more here in a minute. But just remember, for those that have asked about canceling, what's the policy? It's one full business day at the end of the membership period to cancel to avoid the next payment. It cannot be within 24 hours next period date. So I tell people, to safe, if you want to make sure that you don't push it far, go a couple days into your end date. Okay, so if your end date was December 28th, instead of waiting till the 27th, I would, to be safe, just make sure they cancel by the 26th. Okay, that is one business day, and to be safe rather than sorry, I would just recommend you go a second day, push it up 2 days before that end of their first period, or whatever their period end date is, at whatever period they're in. Okay, W-9s, you must submit a W-9 before you can start getting paid. I see Zach saying our W-9 is processed in a few hours. Okay, the company is asking to allow 1 to 2 business days for that. If they over deliver and get it done in a few hours, that's fantastic. That's always been our policy, always will. It's under promise and over deliver. But once your W-9, which will be something that will pop up when you have accumulated $125 in your e-wallet account, that information will pop up in your back office to complete a W-9. And when it is submitted and processed, then you'll be able to go ahead and make your first redemption. And that's only a one-time event, folks. Obviously, you don't have to do that every time. Just the very first time that you qualify for a commission to be redeemed to your bank account, you'll do the W-9 one-time thing. And then from there on out, it'll be really easy. Every time you get $125 in your account, the link will be live. And if you make that redemption request Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, next business day, ACH goes out. Next 24 hours after that, it should arrive in your bank account. That is the process and procedure for getting those cash commissions coming your direction. Also, just an update, new videos were posted this week on the 28-day membership for VIP and above. If you hadn't seen the training, go to the YouTube channel at SavianVideos.com. Become a subscriber if you want to be on that first notice anytime a new video is added, not miss a video. Subscribe. Go to YouTube, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. Okay, and that way you're always in the know what's going on. I can promise you there's going to be a lot of new videos always being added to that channel. So I would recommend you take 2 seconds and go there and click the subscribe button. It'd be well worth it. All right, and that 28 membership video is for people that are currently at a VIP level or above. Now we have one already posted from a week before for brand new members that are seeking to become founders to get their 3 and better the free. So there's 2 different videos. One is for brand new people to watch to learn about how the membership cycle works and getting when they're a founder, and then this advanced video explanation of the 20-day membership is for those that have already gone past founder, qualified as a VIP founder and above. Okay, so once you hit VIP, if you want to understand a little bit more clearly for how it works at that level, watch that video. All right, moving right along. Let's talk about number 2, some events going on in December. Today, Kevin Marino's in Dallas. If you weren't aware of that and you know some people down that way, send them over there. It's in Arlington, Texas. There's an event banner on the Facebook channel. Just go to Facebook, search Saivian Dallas event. It should pop it right up for you, and you can get the information from the Facebook page. If you're not a member of Facebook yet, ask your sponsor to invite you, and go up to your next sponsor, or however far up you got to go to get someone to add you to the Facebook channel, but make sure you do that. A lot of important information and stuff about these events is being posted on the Facebook channel. Sunday, Kevin will be in Houston, Texas. Again, there's an event banner that will be posted on that today on the Facebook page. And once again, if you're looking for it, do a Facebook search for Saivian Houston event. You should be able to find it. Now let's talk about this next coming week. Next coming week, we have an event in New York City. On Friday, there's an open house with the president of Saivian, John Sheehan, and myself and Kevin Marino. All 3 of us will be there at that event to greet and meet with some of our VIP founder level and above members that qualify for this meet and greet. We're looking forward to that. I know we're going to have quite a few people there. Saturday in Rye Brook, New York, again, I will be there, Kevin Marino. I believe John Sheehan will also be at this event. He'll be involved in the meet and greet and be looking to meet all of our people there. That should be a big event. We're expecting a pretty big draw from all over the Northeast. I know we have a bunch of people from Texas flying up to support this event as well. So make sure you put that on your calendar. I believe the start time is 10 a.m. in the morning Eastern time with the meet and greet. And that event will probably be wrapping up around 2 p.m. Okay, so then this is brand new information. On Monday, the 14th, and Tuesday, the 15th, I will be traveling with Mr. E.J. Dalius to San Juan, Puerto Rico, to participate in some opening meetings for Puerto Rico with our new leader down there, Mr. Edgar Morales. And we're very excited to have Edgar on the team. He's an industry veteran. He's built some huge organizations in Puerto Rico. He's native Puerto Rican, lives in Puerto Rico, and we're expecting some big things happening down that way. So if you have any contacts down in the Puerto Rico area, let us know. We'll try to reach out to, or you reach out to them and get them there, and then tell them to come see us, and we'll make sure we take care of them for you. Okay, we'll get you that event information here in the we'll get that on the Facebook channel and so forth, and we'll be posting on the webinars next week as well. Okay, so that is the event plans. That's all being put together, John. We'll have that information here by the webinars this week. So just stand by for that. Just know the dates are the 14th and the 15th, and we'll have the locations and so forth here within the next day or so. All right, let's move on to point number 3 here today, getting started on the right track. First thing is first, guys, with your new people, or if you're brand new on the training, just joined Saivian in the last couple of days or in the last week, the most important thing as a brand new member, or the most important thing a brand new member that you just signed up should know, is that they need to focus on 3, okay? That is goal number 1. 3 membership sales, and ideally, perfect world, they would do it within 3 days. So I mean, if there's ever a time to get someone to move to action, it's day one, and work as hard as they can possibly work in inviting people to the webinar, to the conference call, to the recorded presentation, to do in 3 ways within that first 72-hour window. And why that's important? Because ultimately, if you are successful in reaching the rank of a founder within your first 3 days, ladies and gentlemen, those members are never going to have to pay out of their bank account again, so long as they keep 3 active members on their team. Because the beautiful thing about Saivian is once you reach founder and you keep 3 active members, everything will be taken out of your affiliate commissions from that point. Your business pays for your membership. You don't have to pay for it out of your pocket. And of course, if you want to learn what happens after 3 days, watch the video that I created, 9-minute video on the YouTube channel about the one I just talked about earlier. As a founder, how the membership cycle works. We're not going to go through that explanation today because we have a video that explains it. It's available 24 hours a day. You can watch it 100 times, okay? But just trust me when I tell you your best step forward into Saivian is to come out running, okay? And you don't have to run hard every day, although you should, but if you have a limited amount of time and effort, try to concentrate as much time and effort your first 3 days in getting 1 membership average per day, or get all 3 the first day. But I'm just saying, stack the deck, load it up, try to get your first 3 within the first 3 days, because it will put you in a position where you will maximize the value of the enroll 3 and get a better than free opportunity. Second thing you want to do after you focus on your 3 memberships is, of course, get your 10 favorite stores locked back office. We do have a step-by-step training that we did last weekend. It's on the YouTube channel. You can watch that video as well. It will take you through the steps of doing that. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I would recommend you do all 10 of your stores at one time. So if you're not sure which 10 yet, don't enter them in yet until you come up with 10. Remember that online and offline stores like Walmart and Walmart.com is not 1 store. That's 2 stores with the 10 favorites. So Target.com, 2 stores. So just remember that, put those 10 stores in and start using your membership immediately. You want to get familiar with it. You want to start experiencing it. You want to start collecting those receipts, start telling people about it, start posting about it. Folks, this membership is here to help you save money. Use it. It's kind of like the same idea of, if you signed up for the gym, it's January 2nd, you're all motivated to get in shape, lose weight, and you decide to go ahead and join the gym, and it's like, the first thing you should do is jump right in and do your first workout and work with your trainer, right? And people just, they procrastinate and they delay, and then it becomes a week, and it becomes 2 weeks, and becomes weeks, and becomes a month, and they're like, oh, what's the heck with it? No, I'm just not going to do anything with a membership. Don't be that guy. Don't be that gal. Jump into action right away with your while you're on board. You're in this to save money, so use it. Okay? It's not hard. It's really simple stuff that you do here, folks. It's just that it takes a little bit of your time. It just create a little discipline to do the activity you need to do to take advantage of your membership, and teach your people to do the same. Third step, plug in to the power hour. Ladies and gentlemen, I found that things work a lot better when they're plugged into the wall, the electricity, to the current, to the power, okay? Things don't work as well if they're unplugged, and it goes with your business too. If you're unplugged from Saivian, if you're not plugged into the webinars, if you're not plugged into the Kevin Marino training following the webinars, if you're not plugged into these training like we're doing today right now, ladies and gentlemen, you simply are not going to have any power to motivate you to move forward in your business. You're going to sit there in a neutral status. And you know what? At the end of a month or 2, you're going to sit back and say, gosh, you know what? I guess it just didn't work for me. Yeah, exactly. It didn't work because you didn't plug in. I mean, nothing works if it doesn't have power behind it, right? You got to plug in. This webinar, the Sunday 2 webinars, the training conference calls following with Kevin Marino, that is your source power. Plug into it. Bring guests. When you guess, folks, that equals you ranking up the chart from founder, VIP to elite, and so forth. Okay? I love it when people plug in and support, but with their presence, And I love the fact that we have repeat supporters that want to come on every night and be there and be present. That's great. I love that. However, I will tell you, your business won't grow by you supporting the webinar just by yourself. Bring somebody, tell somebody, invite somebody. You know, and the recommendation is take advantage of the 2-hour window every night from about, and I got to put this in Eastern time because I'm in Central time, but from 9, let's see, what time is our webinar? It's at 9 o'clock. So it'll be 8:30 Eastern time, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Get on your phone, get on your computer, and start inviting heavily. And your goal is to get 1 or 2 or 3 guests on there that night. Get them on, and you get your 1 or 2 on there. You then get them right on the next edition to the next conference call with Kevin and his guests that night, where they're going to get some training and get a little more exposure to Saivian. And then right after that, you're going to do a follow-up 3-way with your upline. That little 2-hour block of activity right there, folks, if you just plug into that 5 days a week, that's 10 hours a week commitment to build your Saivian business. I can promise you, if you dedicate and commit yourself to those 10 hours, 2 hours each day, the pre-event, the webinar, the conference call, and the post-event with the follow-up 3-way, your business will grow, and it will grow fast, and you will rank advance very quickly up the line with Saivian, okay? So after you got some people on board, make sure that you're adding them to the Facebook page so that they can be welcomed and embraced by the community that we're building here. We have an unbelievable community building here on Facebook with Saivian right now. Thanks to all of our regular contributors on there that are doing a great job of you know, inviting people to different things, and you know, are posting welcomes and liking things. I mean, it's a great positive environment. It's very inspiring. It's very motivating, and your new people need to see that. Okay, if you're not seeing what's going on in the Facebook room, you are missing the heartbeat of what's going on in Saivian right now. Really. Okay. So get your new people added on there as soon as they join. And then lastly, I would recommend, as part of your getting started right, is to connect to an event if it's possible, the nearest one closest to you. So right now, again, you know, we've got people down in the south part of the country in Texas that are an event today. We're going to have some events in the Northeast. So if it's within your ability to get to the Northeast next weekend to the Rybrook event with John Sheehan, folks, be there. Be there. Even if you have to buy a plane ticket, I would say be there. It is so worth it. It will mean such a huge difference in your belief system of everything involved with this company, and it will accelerate your growth 100 times over. I can tell you from a fact of 22 years in this business. Okay, so if you can get there. And if you have if you want to take a little winter break and come to Puerto Rico, you're more than welcome to join us in Puerto Rico next week. I mean, you know, wherever the events are, if you want to be there, be there. But I would say that once you get to an event, it definitely will take business to another level. There's just no doubt in my mind. So those are the 5 steps right there. Focus on the 3 in 3 days. Get your 10 favorite stores. Start using the membership. Get plugged in, powered up every day, 5 days a week, at least those 2 hours a day, 10-hour a week commitment. Bring those people into the community, let them see the action and the excitement, and then, you know, upgrade your own commitment level and belief by coming to an event. Let's move on to number 4, managing your business well. I put a post on the Facebook wall last week about this because, you know, we are growing very quickly, and I've noticed that some people last week had a couple of issues with people placing the wrong legs, okay? And placement is a very important piece, obviously, of getting your business off on the right start. I mean, when you get a leader or somebody you brought on that ends up falling in the wrong place and they get submitted, it causes trouble, okay? It's like trying to slow down a train going 90 mile an hour, and, you know, it puts a whole bunch of stuff on the tracks that can, you know, derail your momentum, because everybody's trying to move fast, and all of a sudden now you got to stop it, hold everybody up from putting their people in because someone's on the wrong leg and that person had other people to bring in, and now we got to back up and go in reverse for a minute to get, you know, go 2 steps back or a step back to go 2 forward, to sort of speak. So really be careful, okay, with placing new people. When you enroll in the Saivian, check, you know, it's kind of like the carpenter, you know, measure was it measure twice, cut once, or whatever the little slogan is. I'm not a carpenter, but something along those lines. That, you know, double check your work before you really move it forward into putting them into the system. You have to understand something about our software, folks. We have a daily posting software. It posts transactions immediately all the way up the tree. So, you know, when you hit that enter button, that information goes directly all the way up to the top of the tree. It causes happen. It causes commissions to trigger. There's all kinds of things, events that are linked to that transaction that you just submitted. Now, if it's a wrong transaction, a wrong person, that position, you know, cannot be moved, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, understand that. So you've got to be very careful. Make sure that your placement is correct. Now, there's a couple ways that placement is being done at this time. Number one is there is a toggle switch in your profile. That toggle switch says first team, second team, third team. Now, you don't even want to worry about the third team, so just disregard the third team. Make sure you don't have that team checked, okay? What I would do, and I'm going to say this in two directions. I'm going to say this if you're a sponsor and you've just enrolled a new member, do your new member a favor. Tell your new member that I am building on my team 2. You're going to be placed on my team 2. So I would recommend that you immediately go into your profile, fill out your information, and place the button on team 2 so that your first people will be placed on your team 2. Okay? And that would be very helpful to your new person. Now, for the new person, obviously, you could ask your sponsor, what should I do? I've got somebody already ready to come on board. Where should I put them? You know, take that moment, pause, call your sponsor, and just double check. Make sure that you look at that situation. They can go in your back office, look at it with you, and make sure you have it in the right place. That would be the first option. The second option is that the company just recently implemented a placement by genealogy option. In other words, when you look at your genealogy in the back office, you'll see there are blue links and it says open. If you click on that open link, it's going to pop up the sign-up form and it's going to show you as the sponsor. And when you drop in the information of your new member, it's going to place them specifically in that place in the tree. So you have the ability to visualize where you want your person in the organization on team 1 or 2. Wherever that open spot is that you want them to go, you click on the open, it pops up the sign-up box, you fill out the information, it's going to drop them in that spot. Okay, so if you're a visual person, you can work it through the tree and clicking on the actual spot you want them. If you understand just the placement is that everybody's set on team 2 is going to go down team 2 until you flip it to team 1. Then it would go over to team 1. So it's a back and forth type of thing, or just place them directly with the tree. We do have another enhancement coming with the software very soon, that the software will recognize the leg that your sponsor is on when you join, and it's automatically going to set your switch to the same. Your sponsor was on set to team 2 when you join and you were placed on their team 2 leg, your automatic switch will be defaulted in the future here to team 2 to make it consistent so that everybody's on the same page, okay? And you know, we'll probably have a way for you to override that so that you can manually place them yourself if you want to do that. So those are some of the tips I can offer to you on placement. It is important, you know, be fast about recruiting, but be slow on placement. Just take an extra step, precautionary step, double check everything, make sure that you got them in the right spot, because that extra step of caution is going to save you a lot of headaches, and it's going to keep your momentum going without a hiccup, okay? So just please be aware of that. All right. Please check your profile for your renewal date, okay? Some people, again, they're not maybe exactly sure when that next draft might be on their account, or you know how soon they need to get their 3 people by and so forth. And I'm going to show you some pictures here in a moment here that's going to illustrate where you can find that. But always stay in touch with your back office. I'd be logging into your back office once a day. There is an update page there with new information. New event banners are being put up back there. Always take a look at your genealogy. You know, make sure you just stay in touch. Just check in. It's like part of your daily method of operation should be to log into your account for 5 minutes, take a quick glance around, see if there's anything new or different back there. Look at your genealogy. Make sure that there's nothing else new back there that you need to be aware of. But always be mindful of that renewal date. And I'm going to show you where that's at in just a moment. Cancellation, we already talked about, 1 full business day before the renewal date. Recommendation would be 2 days prior for anybody that needs to know that information, okay? So here it is. When you log in your back office, this is the profile section back there, okay? The renewal date is right here, okay? You can see it here in this yellow box. And it says clearly 1/19/2016. So there you go. You know you have till 1/19 now that your business is active, it's qualified, and surely when you're posted that far out, that means you're 1 pay period ahead, okay? And that is an indicator that your business is cash flowing, generating enough income that it's on autopilot. You don't have to worry about it. It's not going to come out of your bank account at this point because your business is paid in advance and your business is growing, okay? The second piece of it is the cancel button. The cancel, if someone wants, they log in their profile. Here's a cancel button right there that I was pointing to. As I mentioned before, I recommend, just my personal opinion, maybe go a couple days before that renewal date. So if my renewal date was 1/19, I wanted to cancel for whatever reason, I'd make sure I cancel before, you know, like before 1/17, just okay, because the policy is 1 full business day. We've had some people this week that got sidetracked on that a little bit on the 1 business day, and you know, we had to caught up on how the plan works. So I'm just letting you know, FYI, so that you can explain to your people if they ever want to cancel the membership, tell them without being charged again for the next renewal period. Just tell them do it at least 2 days in advance. Simple. Okay. All right. We're going to close out here in the next few minutes on compliance. And for those that are watching this by video, this is really important, okay? Because, and for those in the room today, this is an important piece here, and I want to take a few minutes to touch on some things here. Saivian is going to grow very, very fast, okay? And the realistic part of fast growth is that it does wake up a lot of people and does stir up a lot of attention, and you know, and that's great, okay? However, what we cannot afford, and what you as affiliates with Saivian cannot afford, who want to have a business 12 months from now and 24 months from now and 3 years from now and 5 years from now and 10 years from now, what we cannot afford together, the company and what you as affiliates who are building this as a long-term business cannot afford, is we cannot afford to have people out there expressing messages about Saivian, even out of their excitement and their enthusiasm, that's just simply the wrong message, or it's being presented the wrong way. Now, we live and work in an industry that is regulated, okay? We have expectations that are put upon us as a network marketing company by the regulators. They do expect us to function and adhere to certain things when it comes to how we do business, okay? And I'm going to say that it's best to catch it early on before you know, things go down the road and the habits are bad and just out of reach of you know, bringing back in. So we're going to express this early on, and I'm asking leaders to help me convey this message to those people that are not on this training today. Let's start with number 1. Please do not post videos promoting income claims. Save that for your one-on-ones with your prospects. Do not make that public information. It's not necessary, guys. Businesses that have to use income as a way to, you know, sway people to their business, you know, it shows that they're weak in one other area and that they're ignoring really the valuable consideration is the product. And folks, we know we have a product that stands on its own 2 legs. It doesn't need to be overshadowed by a compensation plan. The compensation is fantastic. Talk to me one-on-one about how great your business is paying you, how much money you're making. You can tell me all you want, but don't go on a Facebook video or a YouTube video and broadcast it to the world, because folks, there's a word for that. It's called enticement. It's against the law. It can get a company shut down, and the opportunity could be over as fast as it gets started. So please do not make those kind of videos public. Do not take screenshots of your e-wallet commissions and post it on Facebook and tell people how great it is. Again, tell your people when you're talking to them on the phone how great it is. If they don't believe you, take them to a you know, a join.me and show them your back office if you want, okay, on a one-on-one. That's between you and your person, but do not make them public, please. Do not on YouTube, but do not put them on Facebook. It's not necessary, and it's actually against the law. Okay, so please understand that. Always talk in a presentation. Anytime you're talking about Saivian, please put the membership first, because let's not put the cart before the horse. Don't jump right into the residual income and the daily rank program. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not what Saivian is. We're not a comp plan. We're a membership. We sell a product that helps people save money. This is shopping. This is consumer driven, okay? Always keep the product first and foremost in any presentation, because that is what we sell, ladies and gentlemen. We don't sell a compensation plan. We don't sell daily residual income. That's a benefit of what we're about, but that's not what we sell. We sell a product. Please remember that, okay? Too many people want to jump ahead in the presentation and go right to what they feel is what is important. And even though, you know, it may excite you the most about the compensation plan more than saving money, that's okay. You know, that's your own personal motivation and excitement. But when you go to a member who is of the public who is not involved in Saivian, okay, they haven't formed their opinion yet of what's most exciting to them. You need to present the business properly and put the horse before the cart and promote the product that we do sell, and that is a membership that will help them save up to $3,000 a year. Okay, put the value in the product, and everything else will take care of itself. And again, if you're talking to a leader that's really big in the compensation plan, certainly on a private conversation, you can tell them about the comp plan and how great it is and how much money you're making, all of that. But that belongs in a one-on-one conversation. It doesn't belong in the public space. Okay, so I just want to make sure I'm being clear on that. Also, we ask that you please run everything by myself through our marketing department. Anything online that you're promoting as far as marketing, okay, that you're creating by your own hands, if it's not a tool that we're creating, and you're simply, you know, taking the liberty to create your own things, and believe me, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to create your own capture pages or marketing videos or marketing pieces, or if you have banners you're creating for events, or if you're making your own PowerPoints. It's all fantastic. We don't want to stifle your creativity. We want to encourage that kind of leadership. We're behind you on that. We only ask one thing: please get it approved. Don't go rogue and put things out there and start doing your own webinars, doing PowerPoints that don't mimic the message of our PowerPoint. As I was explaining to some people the other day, you know, they were in a hurry to get some stuff done in another language, in Spanish, and I said, you know, we'll have an official presentation coming out this month, but until then, if you want to make it temporary, I said, I'll send you our PowerPoint, and if you want to change up your slides, do whatever you want to do. However, make sure the message is consistent with the message that we deliver on our presentation, and make sure that you run it by me first before you do your first presentation. So, you know, we support your effort out there to create tools that you feel are needed for your team. If you're in a different group and you want to, you know, do things a little differently, nothing wrong with that. Just be sure to do it the right way, okay? Because what I'm going to be looking for is I want to make sure that your messaging, your presentation isn't 90% comp plan and 10% product. It needs to be 50-50. You need to give proper weight and balance to the message that we're offering, because otherwise, you know, you're going to put the wrong focus on the wrong thing, and that's not the right thing. Okay, so that is really important as well. So, in closing here today, guys, let's work together. Okay, the corporate side of this, working with the field leaders. Let's preserve and preserve Saivian. This is an incredible opportunity. This is going to be a changing business for many people for many years to come. If we all work hard by honoring the compliance code ourselves individually. So if you individually will make that commitment that you'll do what I'm asking you to do, that's the first step, and I thank you wholeheartedly if you would accept that agreement to just, you know, do your best to comply with the compliance code. And then also, I would say add a second part: if you would help us be the eyes for the company, you know, be the eyes behind our neck here, watching over the members on your team. If you happen to notice somebody on your team post a video on Facebook or on YouTube, and you're like, man, you're putting a screenshot of your check on or your income on there. You didn't probably see that training. You'd be best advised to probably take that down, change that. If you would help us that way, help us police, ourselves, so that we can, if anybody ever questions Saivian, we could prove that, listen, we hold clients to the highest standard, and we even, ask our affiliates to adhere to the same standard that the corporate does, and everybody works very hard. And I'll tell you, folks, if we, work together in partnership on this side of the business, folks, we're going to keep a very good reputation in the industry. We're going to stay compliant with the regulators, and we're going to do the right thing. And and this opportunity can last for years and years and years and years. But it does take a team effort, because we are fast momentum in 2016, and there's only a few corporate eyes watching. We need everybody watching what's going on. And please, if you ever see something out there and you want to be anonymous about it, don't be afraid to send an email or reach out to me through a support ticket or whatever you want to do, and just make me aware of it, and we'll address it directly if you don't wish to be known for making the mention. But I hope that as a leader, that you'll feel like you're not doing a bad thing by just simply asking somebody on your team to change a video they put up, a post they put out there, or just to scale back a little bit, that they're too one-sided on one part of the business. If they're too focused on the comp plan and not giving mention or value to the product, they need to be corrected on that. And that's, as a leader in the company, that is part of our responsibility, is to make sure people stay on the right track. Okay. All right. Go ahead and type in the chat if you have any questions, or if you agree what I just said makes sense. If you can commit to that yourself today, just put I'm in. I agree. I'm with you. I'd like to see that kind of what you guys are thinking on this, because this is really important stuff, and I want to know if we're on the same track here. If you guys are on the same page with me. Let's open up the chat here real quick and get some feedback from you guys. And also, if you have any questions about anything that I've talked about today, shoot your questions in here, because we're going to wrap this up here really, really fast. John Newman, 100%. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate you stepping out there and saying that. I do appreciate it more than you know. More than you know. We just got something so awesome and so great, and you know that there's going to be some disappointed companies maybe losing distributors to your downline, to Saivian, and believe me, when you're on top, you know how it goes. Crabs in the bucket. When you're crawling out, everyone's trying to grab you back in, and when you're on top, people, they want to take you down. They don't want to see you succeeding as well as we're going to succeed, and people will spread rumors and do all kinds of stuff. And my only point is, let's don't feed into their game plan. Let's don't make it easy for them by putting up some crazy wild videos and stuff. Let's keep this thing pure. Let's keep it professional. Let's show the industry that we're professionals here at Saivian. We're not who they might think we are. We're the real deal, and we're going to be here to contend with for a very long time. So with that being said, any other questions, guys, before we wrap up here today on anything that we talked about? Anything? Going once? Anybody? Question? Going twice? I'll take a polling question here real quick. I always kind of want to make sure I'm connecting with my information. Let me ask you one quick polling question. Yes or no, type it in the chat. Did you find this video, or this video, we're making a video. Did you find this training today to be helpful for you to advance your business today? Yes or no? Awesome. Thank you, Zaxton. Kathy, awesome. Beautiful. New York meeting info. Zach, do we have a flyer? I know we're just finishing that up this morning. Zach, do you have a flyer yet that we'll post it on the New York meeting? Can you address that with John? And maybe you can send a link to him or something. I'm not sure if we have that. It should be complete. We were just finishing it. Thank you, Daphne. Awesome. Isn't out yet. Stand by on that one. We'll have that one and the Puerto Rico one out, all coming out here real soon, if not today, sometime next 24 to 48 hours. And that's a wrap, guys. All right. Thank you so much. God bless. Have a great Saturday. We'll see you back tomorrow night in the live webinar at 9 o'clock Eastern Time.